Thanks, Deanna. Looking more closely at the typical text used in the science classroom, besides the school district's chosen science textbooks as the main resource for students to rely on, trade books and various subscriptions can often be utilized. The National Science Teachers Association and the Children's Book Council release an annual list of outstanding science trade books for students in grade K through 12. This list represents the best trade books published the previous year. According to Business.com 2016, the review panel based their decision on the extensive knowledge of the field and look for the very best books that they believe would be inspiring to students. Books selected for this elite list also meet rigorous subject matter guidelines that insist 1. Science content must be accurate. 2. If there is conflicting scientific theories, as many views as possible are represented. And finally, facts are not oversimplified so that information becomes misleading. Unfortunately, though, when considering the text complexity, the informational load is in fact even greater than the sum of the individual parts because there are phrases that carry layered messages, according to Fillmore and Fillmore. A hallmark of academic writing is informational density, according to Fillmore and Fillmore. Furthermore, they note the differences in vocabulary may seem to be the most obvious and easiest to see, but make up only a small part of a text's true complex makeup. Therefore, the language used in complex texts differ enough from English familiar to most students that it constitutes a barrier to understanding when they first encounter it in the text they read in school. As educators, we must consider all students, whether they are on, above level, if they are students with disabilities, English language learners, or in need of remediation. Students need to learn how to gain access to the ideas encoded in this complex language. Another consideration, then, should be what resources are available to integrate differentiated text into the science content area. In their article, Gueckwear and Bewley, 2011, Making the Invisible Visible, note that the use of picture books can be used to enhance science inquiry in young learners and is well documented. By using nonfiction, high-interest text with children, learners are invited to go beyond surface knowledge and personal understanding of a concept. In this article, not only does it advocate using picture books to interpret complex scientific concepts, but it supports the idea of teacher and student-created picture books of current scientific study and research, created ultimately to share and learn with their peers. In addition to this, the American Library Association and their website offers support to teachers, parents, and students in finding texts to support the diverse learners of today. One of the most popular formats for science texts is the interactive websites. Ones such as STEMWorks, KidSites.com, iDigitalTimes, and FOSS provide reading at differentiated levels, activity ideas, interactive games, research articles, current science discoveries, formative and summative assessment, and what's more, they are all credible and free. Next up is Stephanie to discuss new literacies. Stephanie?